Hello, this is Jaime Alberto Bourbano, and today's date is June the 6th. I'm in Medellin, Colombia, where the weather is absolutely beautiful here on the first day. And I'm one of the directors of AgroSurAmerica. And I've decided to do this video presentation because I need your help, and I wanted you to hear me, see me, and so we can move forward. I've been in the fuels business basically since February of 2010. Thought it'd be really quick and simple and absolutely incredible to see the kind of commissions that are available. Thought, what could be so difficult about putting a buyer that's looking for fuel together with a seller who's looking for a buyer? Well, I found out it's not as easy as that, because sad to say we have so many people on both sides that do not perform, and so many that are just outright liars. They don't have what they say they have in fuel, or they don't have the money to buy. Now, most of the problems, though, I've seen is on the seller side, the majority, with sellers unwilling to have their procedures in such a way that it's doable for buyers. Buyers are fed up with issuing financial instruments that cost them money, only to find out that the seller doesn't have the product, or doesn't have what he says he has. In other words, he says he has title to the product, owns it full out. When you go to the table with the seller, you find that the seller has an allocation, or they have a production contract. They don't have the liftable amount they say they have right now. These kinds of things that blow deals away. What is it that's wanted in this industry, from what I see, is just honesty. Say what you got, exactly what you have. Don't misrepresent. And there are buyers that will buy an allocation and production contracts, but they want to know that that's what they're getting into. They don't want to be represented that they're looking at a title holder and then find out that it's an allocation. So, we at AgroSurAmerica have been looking for real providers, because like I said, there is problems on both sides, buyers and sellers, but there are many more real sellers out there than there are providers. I'm sorry, got that reversed. There are many more real buyers out there than there are sellers. All we need is one seller that can provide, so to speak, all the fuel we need with the right procedures, and the buyers will line up left and right. And everybody's going to make a lot of money. No question about it. So we've been digging and digging and digging. And for the last 3 months, we have been in negotiations, talks, with a major provider out of Europe. Most of that fuel is going to come from Russia. That will give us the amounts of fuel we need, that they are going to be real title holders, even though they've already told us there are times they have allocations. And that's okay, just as long as we know it up front. And we're going to be able to make this work for them, as well as for AgroSurAmerica, and as well as for you and your buyers. And we're in negotiations whereby we're getting ready to go into a meeting, and I need your help. I thought that if you would be willing to do a very small thing for us, you could help us close this so that you will have the product you need with the procedures that you want. So what do I need? I need from you a very simple letter on your letterhead, very important, telling AgroSurAmerica how much fuel, whether diesel, JP54, or other type products like Repco, your crude, your Bonnie Light, your urea, mazout, any of these types of products, but mainly concentrate on the JP and the diesel too. How much product do you think that you could move on a monthly basis if you had the procedures you needed? Procedures that work for the buyer as well as the seller. The seller wants to know that your buyer can buy. And believe me, AgroSurAmerica wants to know that your buyer can buy. We don't want to end up bringing a buyer to this huge company who then at the table can't buy. That would not be good for us under any circumstances, okay? So, please, want to make sure your buyer can buy. Now, so again, what do I need from you? How much volume do you think you can move? And let's just talk diesel and JP54. Let's just talk those two. If you had real product and if you have procedures that'll work for your buyer. That's what I want to know. Add to that same letter what kind. Actually state the procedures you need if you have a major as a buyer. If you have a couple varieties of procedures for a major, put them down. Same thing for a regular reseller or end buyer that's not a major. What kind of procedures you'd like to see? Put them down in a letter to me and get them to me as fast as possible. Okay? If you do that, you're going to help us to close this deal, which means we're going to have the product, we're going to have the procedures, you're going to have the product, you're going to have the procedures for your buyer, you're going to make a lot of money, we'll make a lot of money, everybody's going to make a lot of money, your buyer's going to get what he wants, our seller's going to get what he wants. Okay? Now, get that to me as fast as you can. I appreciate that. It's going to help us get to where we need. And let's stop with all this stuff. And oh my goodness, let's close deals. This is going to get us there. Okay. Thanks for your help. Look forward to your cooperation, hopefully, and we go from there. All right. Let's have a great week.